Route 2. And we don't have too much planned out for the day, so let's see how it goes. So I'm taking a quick break from driving. We're about half an hour east of Minot, North Dakota, at Denbigh Forest. I'm gonna do about a 4-mile loop here. Back on the road, continuing east, Route 2. That's about it for now. South of US 2, and we're doing a short hike near Devil's Lake. Some interesting things about Devil's Lake. So just like the Great Salt Lake in Utah, it is a endorheic basin. What that means is the water in this lake here does not drain out to any ocean and just collects in this area, and some of it evaporates off. Now that hasn't always been the case, and scientists say that about 1,000 years ago, the water level actually reached a high enough level where it overfilled the endorheic basin and drained into the Red River, which eventually drains into Lake Winnipeg, then into the Nelson River, which drains out into Hudson Bay on the Atlantic Ocean. So over the past 1,000 years, the water level of the lake has varied in its height, but never quite overflowed the basin. Over the past 100 years or so, Americans moving into the area built their farms, houses, and towns in areas surrounding Devil's Lake, which would have been completely underwater about 1,000 years ago. This was fine, as the climate at that time was much drier, but in the early to mid 90s, things started to change and the climate began to get much wetter. This caused the water level of the lake to increase nearly 30 feet and the surface area to expand almost 5 times as much as it was in the 80s. This caused vast areas of farmland and many homes and even some towns to be flooded during that time period. So since then, the water level has dropped significantly, and that's about all the research I did on this, and I don't really know where I'm going with it anymore, so that's that. And even still, the water level's still changing. The trail I wanted to do actually goes across this section, which is right now flooded and impassable. to Mayville, North Dakota now. We're gonna spend the night here. So leave the video off here. Tomorrow we'll go check out the KYLV TV tower a little south of here, and probably get to Minnesota after that. So that's it for today. Good night, everyone.